such as strategic importance. And it entirely complements ASEAN's efforts in maintaining peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific. And earlier, at the post-ministerial conference with the United Kingdom, discussions focused on strengthening cooperation in the digital sphere. The UK reaffirmed its commitment to work closely with ASEAN in exploring opportunities for digitalization across sectors, as well as recognizing the region's growing digital economy and the need for a secured, inclusive, and sustainable transformation. As a global leader in the international artificial intelligence governance, the UK even shared its experience and frameworks in managing both the opportunities and the risks associated with AI, as well as the ministers exchanging views on the importance of an ethical AI development to cross-border data governance and the role of regulation in protecting societies while enabling innovation. Now, the conference itself also addressed the urgent need for stronger collaboration on cybersecurity, with both sides agreed to enhance the joint efforts in combating the cybercrime, strengthening cyber law enforcement capacities, and building the regional resilience against digital threats, with capacity building to knowledge exchange and public-private partnerships were identified as the main key tools to move this agenda forward. And even more additionally, there was a strong emphasis on cultural and creative collaboration. The UK expressed interest in working with the ASEAN on initiatives related to music, film, and the arts, meaning that they recognize the power of culture in deepening mutual understanding. As the meeting concluded with a shared commitment to deepen ASEAN-UK ties in digital innovation, governance, and security, shaping a trusted and inclusive digital future together. The session earlier reflected a shared commitment to shaping a future-oriented partnership for all of us, grounded in innovation, education, security, and cultural exchange. Now, the representatives also delivered the statements emphasizing the importance of all the effective ceasefire implementation. They called for strict adherence to the agreement to prevent further violence, urging all parties to commit to the peace and dialogue, ensuring the monitoring mechanisms and humanitarian access were highlighted as the key to sustaining the ceasefire. And shortly, the post-ministerial 15 East Asia Summit for Ministers meeting will be the key highlight for the calendar itself, as it will serve as a crucial platform for an inclusive and open dialogue for all of the regional and international issues on the strategic importance of why this meeting is being held, complementing ASEAN's efforts in maintaining peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific. And at the aim of the coordination in the ASEAN Secretary General, who ensures that dialogue translates into action and that the regional agenda is advanced consistently across all 10, which soon to be 11 member nations. Now, this year's meeting are especially very significant as they will contribute to the broader goals outlined, the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 and the forward-looking ASEAN Vision 2045. As these blueprints seek to build a more competitive, integrated, people-oriented and resilient community, one that is agile in responding to global trends such as digital transformation, artificial intelligence, climate change, public health, regional security, and shifting trade flows. As ASEAN representing a dynamic region of over 660 million people, one of the largest population blocks globally, and it boasts a combined gross domestic product of more than 3.6 trillion US dollar. Now, as a single economic entity, it is the fifth largest economy in the world and one of the fastest growing. But ASEAN's strength today does not just lie in numbers, but it lies in its unity that we are all witnessing today.
Thank you, sir.
And as equally important, today's discussions are grounded in strengthening the ASEAN centrality and reinforcing the rules-based international order. The East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers meeting is an essential mechanism for trust building, diplomatic balance, and forward-looking collaboration in a multipolar world. For participants reminded that the listening room is available everywhere, we'd like to thank all dignitaries and delegations for their presence and continued commitment to regional peace, security, and shared prosperity. ASEAN's influence extends far beyond its borders. As you can see, all of our foreign ministers are currently waiting for the discussions to be held shortly. And the organization itself, as ASEAN, maintains a strong dialogue partnerships with over 50 countries and global institutions. With its platforms like the ASEAN Plus 3, with China, to Japan and South Korea, the East Asia Summit, the ASEAN Regional Forum, and the ASEAN-EU Strategic Partnerships, ASEAN will continue to serve as a central convening power in regional and global affairs. And just 3 years ago, in 2022, ASEAN was the single largest trading partner for both China and India. As a key partner to the EU, United States, and Australia, ASEAN plays a vital role in the regional comprehensive economic partnership, which is the world's largest free trade agreement, which further solidifies its role in shaping global trade architecture. And now we're witnessing the arrival of the Honorable Datuk Sri Utama Haji Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, the Foreign Minister of Malaysia. As they're preparing for the meeting, walking together, sitting down, getting it sorted, we're reminded that ASEAN's greatest strength lies in its ability to move forward together, not just as individual nations, but as a united regional force. A unity in diversity, a motto proudly embraced by ASEAN that continues to guide the region through uncertainty.
Good morning, Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 15th East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers meeting. Without further ado, may I now invite the Honorable Datuk Sri Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Malaysia, to deliver his opening remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. Excellencies, on behalf of the Government of Malaysia, I am pleased to welcome all of you to Kuala Lumpur. I hope you really enjoyed the durian last night and you can sleep well. In 2005, in this very hall, the ASEAN leaders had the wisdom and foresight to establish this as East Asia Summit as a forum for dialogue on broad strategic, political and economic issues of common interest and concern, with the aim of promoting peace, stability, and economic prosperity in East Asia. They envisaged the East Asia Summit to be an open, inclusive, transparent, and outlooking forum in which to strive to strengthen global norms and universally recognized values, with ASEAN as the driving force, working in partnership with other participants of the East Asia Summit. In an increasingly interconnected and interdependent world, peace, stability, and prosperity are our collective and shared privilege. We must continuously work together to ensure They are safeguarded and progress. 2 decades later, the East Asia Summit stands more relevant and vital than ever. Today's world faces a complex web of crises that jeopardize global peace, shared prosperity, and well-being of people everywhere. From the outbreak of conflicts and rising great power competition to economic fragmentation, rapid technological shifts, and transnational security threats. These global and regional dynamics are shifting rapidly, testing the strength of our resolve and institutions to the clarity of our wisdom and the resilience of our cooperation. It is thus critical that we sustain the purpose and objective of the EAS, promote principled engagements, and advance common ground on issues of shared concern. In this context, Malaysia appreciates the EAS participating countries' support for Malaysia appreciates the EAS participating countries' support for our priority as chair to foster strategic trust through diplomacy, goodwill, and respect for international law, including through this platform. With a combined nominal GDP of approximately USD 68 trillion, the countries in this hall today account for over half of the global economy. This economic weight reinforces the EAS strategic importance not only as a platform for dialogue, but as a powerful engine for cooperation that broadens shared prosperity and enhances socio-economic resilience. In this regard, peace, stability, and predictability are essential. The many conflicts around the world must be effectively addressed and their untold devastation and suffering relieved. ASEAN welcomes and supports all efforts towards peace, including in Ukraine and Middle East. The efforts should be based on international law, international humanitarian law, and the United Nations Charter. The longest conflict of modern history rooted in the unjust and illegal occupation of the Palestinian territory must be brought to an end. 80 years of impunity have emboldened Israel to the extent of openly committing genocide, including through mass starvation that includes babies and children. This is unacceptable. It must not be allowed to continue. It must be stopped. Excellencies, let us mark this 20th of the East Asia Summit with a pledge to take decisive actions to end all conflicts and to do so guided by principles of justice, fairness, and equality and humanity. ASEAN counts on the constructive engagement and commitment of all partners towards ensuring lasting peace, shared prosperity, and continued progress for all. Thank you. Now I would like to invite the media and press members to have coffee break outside. Excellencies, we have circulated the provisional agenda for this meeting in our kit. So I hope that we can agree with the arrangement, and then we can move to a business arrangement. The order proceeding was collected also earlier in the kit number 2. Our meeting is scheduled for 2 hours from now a bit late already, up to 12:45. We will begin with a briefing by the Secretary General of ASEAN on the progress of the implementation of the EAS Plan of Action 24-28. This will be followed with the omnibus statements by each country in accordance with the inscribed speaking order. Agenda 3, review of EAS cooperation and future direction, and Agenda 4, action of views on regional and